let's do makeup because I'm feeling very highly insecure. So I think a good makeup look is in order today. So today is not a very good Saturday as I have woken up feeling very insecure about myself, and I have always had days like that where I would not wake up in a very mood, you know, and to me, makeup is a coping mechanism to help me get through the day. And I'm not saying that this coping mechanism is for everyone, because everyone just has their own way with dealing things, and my way is just to do shit to my face. And I think the whole reason why I turned to doing makeup to help me get through the day is because when I was younger, I used to turn to food. Obviously, me not being the skinniest girl, I would prefer to turn to makeup where I can make myself look how I want, rather than adding more insecurity to my body. And I think the whole reason why I have insecurities is because of being bullied. I mean, I have been bullied ever since I was a child, actually, and it all started when I was in my childhood village, and again, I was never the tiniest of kids, you know. I started my period when I was in primary school, and I just could never really keep the weight off. And I got bullied throughout my whole time at primary school and secondary school and college, which obviously can lead to depression and anxiety and just having some really killer anxieties. And I think that's the whole reason why I turned to makeup, even though I really never used to do makeup until I was in college, and I've just been doing makeup ever since. You're probably thinking, Jess, why are you sharing such a down the story on TikTok? And I think it's because I see so many women on here, big women, small women, every woman of size, just talking about their anxiety and insecurities and shit, because it's just a better way of letting it out rather than just keeping it in, and it's just a better way of trying to relieve all those feelings. This isn't my way of trying to guilt trip anyone and giving me sympathy or be like, oh Jess, you know, you're pretty. No, this is just me doing a video of how I cope with insecurities and my coping mechanisms, and I kind of hope in a way that if someone who also suffers like me can, you know, see this video and be like, you know, it's not the end of the world, you can do stuff. But and the other coping mechanisms that I have is baking, because when you feel like utter shit, I feel like it's best just to do things that occupies your mind and stops you from having thoughts about like, am I worth it, am I not worth it, I feel like shit, what's the point of even getting out of bed today? It's just all about trying to build that ladder in your mind, and I've always had that method. And your first step is just to wake up and get out of bed. Look at how used this poor palette is. As long as you have that method in your mind and you get out of bed, you should always give yourself a pat on the back, because getting out of bed for someone who has anxiety, depression and severe insecurities, getting out of bed is so difficult. And if you get out of bed, you should give yourself a big old pat on the back, because that in itself is such a huge step and you should be so proud of yourself. By the way, I have no idea what eye look I'm doing. I'm just kind of just going with the flow. And if you feel like you can't get out of bed, at least wake up and, I don't know, watch TikTok or talk to some friends, because it is always better just to relieve what's on your mind rather than keeping it in and letting it fester. Or even if you don't want to talk to anyone, pick out a cute outfit for the day. You may be depressed, but you can look cute whilst you do it. I think this look is going to be like a fall look because of how orange it is. I'm now going to go in with some dark brown just to smoke it out, because I think I am excited for Halloween. I love Halloween. I love autumn. I love autumn in general. I'm a very autumnal person, and Halloween is not a season, it's a lifestyle. And I think the whole reason why I also have insecurities is because it doesn't help that I still have PTSD from my ex, who would always make me feel like I had to look good, or if I don't look good then he would end up talking to other girls, which he did, by the way. But I'm thankful now that I now have a very loving boyfriend who has always been there for me, has always been there to comfort me in just my shitty times, because he tries to understand what I'm going through, and then we will talk things out about what we can do throughout the day that will make me just feel a little bit better, and men like that are worth it. I think I need some sparkles. Sparkles are good. Ooh, so pretty. And I know it might be hard just to try and get through the day, but as long as you tell yourself that you can do it, that in itself is so good. And you should never beat yourself up for feeling the way that you feel, because I feel like beating yourself up for having down days is just going to make your day worse. You're only human, and every single human has bad days. And never tell yourself that you can't, because you can, and you are a lot stronger than you think you are, and you need to give yourself credit for it. My eyebrows look shit, but like Greg Universe says, if every pork chop was perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. And besides, eyebrows are supposed to look like sisters, not twins. And there we go. I have now completed a step of my ladder. I have now managed to make up my face, and my next step is to now get this hair sorted, get dressed, and get on with my day. And please remember that you are worth it and you can get through the day. You just need to be yourselves biggest cheerleader, and don't beat yourself for taking baby steps, because every step is worth it. You can do it.